Welcome back to Code Hive, the place where we make it work, make it right, and make it fast. So in today's video, I want us to talk about aggregates, okay? So what are aggregates? So aggregates are functions used to perform calculations, right? So you use these for numeric columns as well as counting the number of rows in a specific column, etc., etc. So they say over there that the functions operate on a group of rows and are commonly used with the group by clause to create summary reports or to derive meaningful insights from data. So I just want to say that in this video I will not be talking about the group by clause with the aggregates, but I will upload another video after this video where I will be discussing the different types of clauses that we have. So for the purpose of this video, I just want to introduce aggregates and kind of explain what it is. Okay, so the first aggregate that we'll be looking at is the average, also known as AVG. So this is used to return the average value of a numeric column. So the simple syntax: select average and then your column name from table name where your condition. So like I said earlier on, I will not be using the group by clause for this video, but I will be uploading another video where I do explain the same examples using the group by clause. So this is pretty straightforward. It just returns the average. Okay, so the next one that we'll be looking at is the sum. Okay, so the sum returns the total sum of a numeric column. So simple again, select sum, your column name from your table and your condition. Okay, so basically this returns the sum of values in a numeric column within a set of rows. So it will make sense as we look at an example later. Okay, so the next one that we'll be looking at is the count. So the count, basically, it counts the number of rows in a specified column, and then it just returns the number. Okay, so again, select count all from products, for example. So what you're just doing is selecting the count from everything, like you know how we always say select all from employees table. So that's that part, and then from your table, but this time it returns the number of rows. Okay, then the last two is the minimum as well as the maximum. So the minimum returns the minimum value from a column. The maximum returns the maximum value from a column. The syntax is as follows: select min, column name from table where condition. Same with the max. Select max, your column name from your table where condition. So these are the 5 aggregates that we have in SQL, and we'll be looking at examples right now. Okay, so now that we have looked at the 5 different types of aggregates that we have, I want us to actually look at examples. So these examples will be basic, like I've said earlier in the video. I will be uploading another video where I talk about them in more detail, right? Where I will be discussing the different types of clauses. Then I will be going ahead and re-explaining the aggregates using one of the clauses that we have. Okay, so for this example, I created another table and I called my table sales, right? So you'll see it over there. So I'll be using my sales table. Okay, so the first one I want us to look at is the average. Okay, so pretty simple. Select average, okay, and then amount, which is my column, right? And then I'm going to use an alias. So I will say as, right, the average amount, from the average amount, okay, from my sales table. Okay, so if I just execute that part, then the output should be that. So what it did, it added up all the values in my amount column, and then it divided it by 10. Why did it divide by 10? Because average, you take your total divided by the number of of values that you have basically. So there's 10 sales, right? So it took all the totals and then it divided it by 10, and hence why we have that value over there. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Then the next one I want us to look at is the sum. Okay, so select sum. Then I'm still using that column as sum, as, let me just say total, okay, from my sales table. Okay, so if I execute that part, then it should give us the total. So now the total that it's giving us, it just added all the values from the amount column and it gave us a total. So that's the difference between the average and the sum. The average will take the total and then divide by the number of sales that we have, and then the sum will just total everything up. Okay, then the next one that I want us to look at is the count. Okay, so select count. So now we're selecting count everything from sales table. Okay, so like I said earlier on, that the count, it counts the number of rows in a specified column. But in this case, I just want the number of rows in the whole table. Okay, so if I execute that, then we have 10. So we could just add an alias over there. Let me just say total sales. Okay, just so that our, yes, that looks better. Okay, so now that means that there is 10 sales in the sales table. So we can see that we have 10 products. Okay, so that's what it's returning. Okay, then the last two that we have is the min and the max. So I'll first start with the min. Okay, so select min. Okay, then amount, which is my column, as min amount from my sales table. Okay, so if I execute that part, then we should see that the minimum amount is 500. 500. Yeah. Okay, so that is the minimum amount. So now if we do this and now we just use max, okay, I'm just going to copy that and paste it. Okay, so instead of min, we use max, and then instead of min, we say max. Okay, so it's the same thing, but just maximum. So now we can see that the maximum amount is 2,000. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. It's pretty straightforward, nothing hectic to it. So like I said, we will be looking at the other examples where I add a condition, so where I add the where statement, as well as another thing called the order by, which is another clause that we'll be looking at in the next video. So I hope this video made sense, and as simple as it might have been, I hope you guys understand, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching.